The Best Friends were Detroit's bloodiest crew from the late 80s to the early 90s, allegedly responsible for over 100 murders in less than a decade. Stacey the Machine Culbert was a lieutenant, as well as one of the gang's top enforcers, suspected in taking part in over a dozen homicides and indicted as part of the Best Friends organization in 1992. The Machine would spend 2 years running from the law before being caught in Pittsburgh, after which he would spend 24 years behind bars. I chose to start here because Stacey Culbert is not a name that you would typically hear or that typically comes to mind when you think about the Best Friends crew. And that's why I titled this video, The Best Friend You Never Knew. It really hurt me when they killed Stan. Nobody knew who to shoot. We ain't even have a plan. He sold me my first gun. He held my first son. If I was with him shooting it out, bitch, we the one. I shed tears for my niggas who ain't here. They tattooed and spit that real shit to remember him. Bitch, I'm that dude. Catch a op and spit on his baby daughter. I'm that rule. Right at 3 o'clock as soon as he get out of school. You killed my dude. I don't give a fuck about you. I hope somebody killed you in case I never found. What up, though, America? I'm back with another one. You already know what time it is, man. We on that Detroit shit today. You dig what I'm talking about? Motherfuckers be getting in my comments talking about, talk about Detroit. Ain't you from Detroit? Ain't no real niggas in Detroit. Niggas, real niggas all over this bitch, nigga. It's all about what I want to talk about and when I want to talk about it, nigga. Ain't nobody gonna make me do shit. Ain't nobody gonna make me create no type of content but the content I want to create. And I wanted to create this one right here. Because this is the best friend you never knew. You feel me? Like, for real, listen, when you hear the name The Best Friends, you often only think about the Brown brothers. Ezra, Reggie, you know what I'm saying? Niggas think about the Brown, or Boom, you feel me? But Stacey Culbert is straight G. No doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? No doubt about it. You feel me? On that note, let's get to it. You feel me? The Best Friends was said to be responsible for over 100 homicides in less than a 10-year period. And as a lieutenant and top enforcer, Stacey Culbert was suspected in over a dozen murders during the time period. You know what I'm saying? Now that's crazy. During his time as a best friend, he was suspected of over 12 murders. Oh, I forgot. Every day, nigga. What you thought I was slipping? A lot of y'all thought I was slipping, nigga. Every day, nigga. Smoke weed every day, nigga. Every day, nigga. This smoke is out too. The government sought the death penalty for Stacey. You feel me? Citing low rehabilitation and lack of remorse as underlying factors, along with the list of bodies that the Machine is said to be responsible for himself, as he is the only one named in the indictment. Now, it's Stacey the Machine Culbert. You feel me? Now, after I got done reading the indictment, I understood why they called him the Machine. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Nigga was like the Terminator out here or something. You feel me? For real, dog. The indictment reads like this. The defendant represents a continuing danger to the lives of others in the future based upon the continuing pattern of indiscriminate violence and criminal activity. Namely, the defendant intentionally killed and counseled, commanded, induced, procured, and caused the intentional killings of Frank Maxwell, Christopher Gaston, Alfred Austin, Lori Roper, Harry Roper, Lawrence Gainey, Steve Brown, Dwight Farrell, Al Foster, Mike Mitchell, Walter Daniels, Terrence Brown, and such killings resulted. You feel me? If you know anything about the paperwork, that's how they present it. You know what I'm saying? It was also said the defendant caused harm as a result of the impact of killing upon the family of one or more of the victims. Now, I'm not sure what that statement understands. That's directly from the paperwork. It says, excuse me. It says, Excuse me again. The defendant caused harm as a result of the impact of killing upon the families of one or more of the victims. Now, like I said, I'm not quite sure how to take that. You feel me? Is they saying that he caused harm to the family by killing the victim? Or are they saying that he killed a few of the victim's family members and caused the family harm on some intimidation type shit? Is what I'm not sure what that means, you feel me? If you might be a little bit more well-versed in this penitentiary shit than me, jump in the comment box and let me know what you think about that, you feel me? Because that really confused, that part right there confused me. Like, what is y'all trying to say? Y'all trying to say he killed some other people in these people's families that he supposedly had killed anyway? You know what I'm saying? Or you said that, you know, the impact of him killing their family members hurt. I don't know. In any event, I don't know why the impact of him killing the family members would be in the paperwork. Shit, that's something for court, right? They let the family member speak or write the judge something for the sentence or some shit like that. They don't usually put that type of shit in the paperwork. So that led me to believe that he probably, or they're saying allegedly that he hurt somebody's family members or some of the family members, one or more of the people that were listed as victims. You feel me? Tell me what you think. Now, let me see. All right there? Yeah, okay. Here we go. Now, overall, he pled guilty to the murders of Mike Mitchell, otherwise known as Eminem, and Frank Maxwell, otherwise known as Mad Max, the day before his trial in 1995. Now, the dude Mitchell was shot down on the expressway. They said minutes after leaving court, he was shot down on the expressway or whatnot, or the freeway, you feel me, and killed or whatnot. Authorities also suspected Culbert of being involved in the murder of best friend's boss, Terrence Boogaloo Brown. You feel me? While on the run with him, while they was on the run together, rather. You know what I'm saying? They was on the run together, and they suspect him and another member killed Boogaloo. You feel me? They said it was said that Culbert and another member thought Boogaloo was going to kill him, so they hit him first. You know what I'm saying? Brown, Terrence Brown, Boogaloo, the head of the gang, was found dead in an Atlanta parking lot, in an Atlanta hotel parking lot during the Freaknik Festival in 1993. Now, Stacey Culbert was charged with Boogaloo's murder in his original indictment as well. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, he did 25 years. He pled to the murder of Mike Mitchell and Mad Max. You know what I'm saying? He was also named as a co-conspirator. Excuse me. Man, Lady Red said I was smoking on that Corona. So that Corona got me coughing. You know what I'm talking about, Lady Red? Did that Corona right here. But yeah, where I was at. So he was also named as a co-conspirator in a quadruple homicide alongside Rhd for the murder of Alfred Austin, otherwise known as Chip, a best friend's lieutenant who turned informant. Now they said, these niggas, they said that Rhd opened fire in a crowded mall during Christmas time, New Year's Eve, Christmas, something like that. Days leading up to Christmas, he's supposed to open fire in a crowded mall with a Uzi. You feel me? Trying to hit this nigga. Then I also heard that he shot up a house. This is how the quadruple homicide happened. They said allegedly Rhd and Stacey Culbert shot a house up and killed the nigga Chip. Who was his name? Alfred Austin. And 4 other people died. 4 of his cousins died, including a 3-year-old girl who was killed when Austin was murdered. And Culbert was never convicted. He was charged, but he was never convicted in those homicides. Now, the good part about this story right here, this is the good part. This is the part I like to talk about, you feel me? Is while he was in jail, he wrote a book named The Gutter Boys. You feel me? He became an author while he was trying to change his life. You know what I'm saying? Go a different direction. He wrote a book called The Gutter Boys, which is loosely based on his experience as a best friend. Now, I haven't read it yet, but I intend to. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. I haven't read it yet, but I intend to. You know what I mean? And today he's a free man. He's free. He's an author and the CEO of Major Moves Publications. You feel me? He done changed his life with legit, doing things the right way, and he trying to help these kids out here stay out of the streets. You feel me? And most importantly, in his own words, he said he's trying to educate youths and others on the ills and dangers of the streets. You feel me? Now that's real nigga shit, whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I chose Stacey Culbert because that ain't the name you hear. But this a real live hitter right here. You feel me? Police suspect him in dozens of murders. You know what I'm saying? He only convicted in 2. You know what I'm saying? People be talking about Sean Branch is serious dude. And Wayne Perry, this and that and the other. Man, Detroit got plenty of them. Plenty. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to glorify the murder game at all. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, you know, everybody the shit in their own toilet. And this nigga was the shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas didn't fuck with Stacey about shit. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't the name you will hear associated with the best friends like that. That's why I titled this video, The Best Friend That You Never Knew. You feel me? Because he out here to change his life. He trying to do good in these streets and by these people. You know what I'm saying? And that's real nigga shit, man. He got his own company, CEO of Major Moves Publications. You know what I'm saying? And he's an author. How much more really can you get than that, man? Detroit City, stand up. Born and raised on the east side, too. Let me throw that in there. East side till I die, nigga. That's where you from. You already know what we do, man. Ozone O. Up for Debate TV. And you already know who it is, my baby. You see what you see, man. God bless the real.